Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? It looks like it's actually working this time. Oh man. The stream is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Oh dear. Oh man. So that's my internet connection. A private stream, me and you, JB Blender. Oh dear. Okay, is there anything I can do? I don't think there is. I think it's just my connection. So it seems like we're struggling a bit. Oh, okay. A few people are saying they can hear me. Is it working? I mean, it's saying YouTube is not enough receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So you're probably experiencing buffering? Is that what's happening to you? Because if I do a speed check, it says it's all right. I'll just wait till I figure this out. What are we saying? Oh, it is a bit low actually. Well, 6 megabits per second. It should still manage it. Oh dear. Good at the moment, is it? Good at the moment, Corey. Yes, I appreciate that. Okay, we'll do our best. Oh, do you know, I forgot to put the flipping link on, didn't I? To the how can I do that? I need to put the link to the the poll. That's the word. Right, I've got to find that first. So I'm just finding the link to the poll. Let's put this on a different screen so you can see. And now I've got my music up there. Right, this is gonna work. Right, link for the poll here. Right. So we have a poll, and I'll put that in here to start with. But I would need to put it in the actual YouTube video thingamajiggy. God, dear, should have done this earlier, shouldn't I? It does seem to be struggling though. Hopefully we'll get there. Sorry about all the delays. I think this is my 3rd attempt, so I don't know whether it's going to work. We're having loads of problems. Right, videos. Just looking around my mic. There, right. If I go to this one here, hopefully, edit. There we go. I should be able to paste this in here. Poll. So you can vote for your winner. It should be there now. Save that. Probably not going to work, is it? 3rd time's a charm. Yes, indeed. So, hello to you all, Snake Venom, Ashley Barnes, Lunar Lotus. Thanks for doing the poll. Lunar Lotus is the one that did the poll. And Circle 25, Thyros.exe, John. After all those names, then John. Hello, John. Vicus, Extreme Polymath. Good stuff. Good to see you all. Marm One, JB Blender. That's one clean desktop. That's one of my desktops because it's split screens. So right, let's go to competition chat, shall we? Not competition chat, competition entries. Competition entries. Right, I've got to go to the top again now. I think, is that the first one? That's the first one there, isn't it? So we've got quite a lot to get through. So we'll try and be... I'll probably not be able to spend as much time critiquing as I sometimes do. But we'll see how we get on. Is it possible to do some visual effects videos, or is it too difficult? It's not too difficult, but it is complicated. Maybe we'll do some in the future. Working from home, watching this. Anyway, so let's. Should we dive straight in? How are we doing for time? Yeah, we're good. I'm only sort of 4 minutes late starting, so we're all good. Let me know if there's any issues, but to be fair, I'll probably just collapse and then that will be the issue. Please make tutorial for making artwork like this. Do you mean like Neon City, or have you tried to post a link in there or something? But maybe, yeah, it might be quite fun actually. Yeah, we'll see how we get on. Let's go. Okay, so let's start with Felix. A manufacturing utopia creates dystopia. I like that. Is that a quote from somewhere? Is Felix with us? Because I like that quote. So the making of a utopia creates the dystopia. So that's quite dark, isn't it? Can you guys see that all right? I mean, I'm getting sort of screen glare and reflection and all sorts, but I think we're good. Nice piece. I like the neon in the background, but then we have the dystopia in the foreground. It looks good. It still does look a touch flat. It tends to, I don't know, it's that, maybe it's just me, but I would like more leading lines going into the picture rather than across the picture. That's one little hint there. Nice work though, Felix. I like that one. So Neo Sweden, my representation of dystopian cyberpunk inspired Sweden. Swedish text means good prices every day. Background building and road textures are taken from textures.com. First contest. Is it Phileas? But here we go. It's not coming out very big, is it? So I might open the original on this one. I won't do this for too many, but it's coming out quite small. So there we go. You can see. Again, it's coming out quite dark. Is this just me, or is this? No, I'm looking at my screen up there. It's very dark as well. I suppose it's quite a tough one, isn't it? With trying to get the neon to show, and then having sort of darkish colours around it to make the neon show. So it's a tricky one, isn't it? I just lost my live stream for a moment there. There we go. Felix, good to see you on here. Well done. It's nice, and I like people complimenting your work. Also, Obi John Kenobi with their cyberpunk stuff. Okay, yeah. So this is pretty cool, isn't it? Working well. Again, it's that flatness. If you're looking at something straight on, maybe go side on, sort of 3/4 view. I think that will help your artwork. Looks good though. Nice work as well. Oh, I just pressed escape and we went to the end. That's a bit frustrating, isn't it? Oh, well, that's how many entries we got. Oh, I've gone too far. This jig got too far, Grant. Too far. Way too far. What's going on? There we go. We're back. Okay, just wanted to practice unwrapping on this one. Thanks, Jadge 1984. That's pretty cool though, yeah, and a good job with the unwrapping. It's quite, it's a real vivid style. This is better because we have a leading line. In terms of composition, it's better. I'm not suggesting it's a better piece, but compositionally, it's good. I don't like this sort of black space at the back here, so maybe think about that. But I know you're sort of just testing things out. This is really great, though. Really nicely done. Love this bit here. Look at that. It looks amazingly cool, doesn't it? Yeah, some brilliant stuff going on there. Just finish off the piece and it will look excellent. Nice work. Okay, now we got 80 Awesome. Neon. Spent an hour on this and it didn't turn out as expected. But yeah, hang on. I feel like I've seen this one before. I think it's good enough to post though. It reminds me of your last one, I think. Am I right in saying that? Of sort of similarities, but I like the weird themes. This is quite good. I like just a highlight on there. So when you're 2D painting, you've got your shadows, you've got your highlights, but you can have 3 layers as well. So really crisp highlights will make this look shiny, and that'd be cool. So little white highlights here, for example, would be great. It looks quite similar to your last one, I think. So I like the fact that you're developing a style, but like these black lines here. Overpainted from the background, so maybe thinking about maybe putting some actual shading in them or something. And it's really cool, good fun. Hopefully this sort of pace is okay because we've got a lot to get through. So we've got Frogget, passing silhouettes of strange illuminated mannequins. Where's the quote from there? That's interesting. Very interesting quote. I like this. Again, it's the flat background. We're seeing things flat. Remember, leading lines going into your composition. I did do a video on that actually, just recently about composition and lighting. So check that out and watch the adverts. Also, the rule of thirds. I would say this character's eye line should be at the top third. In fact, this whole area up here is very sort of bland and it's kind of unnecessary. We could have even cut it off here and had quite a panoramic view, and I think that would have been cool. Nice textures though, nice lighting, touch of neon in there, looking good. How are we all doing? Just seeing we're good. Remember to @Grant Abbitt if you have a question, or you want me to sort of say something in particular, because it's sort of going quite quickly, the stream. I'm trying to do it a bit earlier so I don't clash with Blender today as well, which is on at 4 o'clock. So that's a nice one to watch. So we just had Frogget. Flutterfun. So it's worth saying, well done to everybody that's entered. It's pretty cool actually. These competitions are growing and growing, so it's quite exciting, really, isn't it? you're getting your work seen by 120 people at the moment, this 1 second. But most of these streams seem to do reasonably well, sort of about 3,000 viewers in total watching the competition. So you're getting your work seen and getting that out there. So it's all part of the fun, isn't it? This one's a very bright, vivid one. I think we could have done with a bit of blur on some of these, maybe rendering with a bloom on, and that would have really sort of gone into sort of interesting look, I think, personally. I love the shapes and the style, and I like the little spaceship type things. Oh, there's a bit of volumetrics there I like, but a bit of bloom on as well might have, maybe. It seems a little flat because we haven't got a lot of depth, and that's a common problem with these sort of things, isn't it? Have some buildings that maybe aren't as bright as others is one way of making sort of depth. Cool, well done, Flash Fun. Crap Zone. Oh, this one looks good, doesn't it? I can't get that picture to work. I can't get that picture to work like I want. So I post it like it is now. Maybe I'll make a second entry. That's pretty cool though, isn't it? Yeah, this is quite exciting and fun, isn't it? Loads going on. Really, really cool. Yep, love the models. Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm not particularly keen on this pose, sort of the backwards, sort of slanting pose, but it works. We've got a sort of low angle there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's good. Maybe a tiny bit more detail here because it's very bland in the road. These are really minor points because this is awesome, absolutely awesome. Loving it. The only thing I would say, it's still a tiny bit flat. So perhaps we've got a very sort of blandish bluish light shining on the whole area here. These are cool. These are sort of individual lights which seem to be a little bit like they're given off from here, but it looks like it's coming from this direction, so off screen, I suppose. But maybe if there's some sort of light just shining on this area, so we can sort of highlight what's going on here, maybe, but just compartmentalize your image a bit with lighting. Really cool though. Absolutely love this. What are other people saying about this? Crap Zone, nice to see you on here. That's why you don't like it, the no depth. Yeah, so I think possibly thinking about the way they've set up lights, and they don't have to be in the scene, they can sort of be hidden around the corner and then shining out in a bright way or something. You can fake it till you make it. I love that one. That's my favourite so far. Well done, Crap Zone. I think that's going to be in contention, isn't it? Good work. Crap Scorp. Dowsy, here's my entry. Looks good, Dowsy. I'm going to open the original on this one because you can't see much. Let's bring it across here. Need to get rid of my links to things up there. BBC weather and tide times for when I go swimming. And the chess is my favourite. Before people, I'm going to comment before other people do and say, oh, there's someone, I managed to flicker my email up by accident on one of my videos recently, and someone said, oh, I hope such and such is okay. And you think, oh, okay, really? Anyway, this is awesome as well. Another contender. I like the pipe work and the cables. That's very sci-fi-esque, as well as the neon. This is cool. I like the light coming from underneath this garage. We've got a good amount of depth. It's a tiny weeny bit flat, but it's very difficult to stop it being flat when you're using that volumetrics, isn't it? It all sort of squashes into one. But I love the leading lines. That's what I'm talking about. Look down corridors into the scene rather than having a flat wall against you. Nice work from, I can't remember who it was now, but this one's a really good one as well. So that was from Drowsy. Such a good piece. Yeah. Ian Hubert, pipes are the best. Yeah. That's he talks about a great way of doing pipes. It does a really great job. Learn to code. Yeah. Never got round to it, but it's still up there. Just, it reminds me every day, but I still can't do it. Okay. So, Neon Card Chase. I like this one as well. Admin edits. Nice work on this one. I know it's difficult, but the same car being used, they look precisely the same. So maybe changing a few elements of them structurally, just so they look a tiny bit different, I think would have helped. I like the police sirens on these too. Yeah, so it's a car chase. But the city itself is awesome. Looking really, really cool there. I like the motion blur aspect that's going on here. In fact, it can't be motion blur, can it? Or is it motion blur? I don't know. Or is it just a blur, a sort of radial blur coming around like a vignette, but it's really cool. This is one of my favourites. Again, it's tricky, isn't it? This is going to be a tough one. Well, I'm glad you lot are deciding instead of me. Remember, the link for the to vote is in the description. Any chance you could turn up the gamma on the NVIDIA control panel? That won't affect the stream, I don't think. So, yeah, it's a bit of a pain, isn't it? Yeah, I'm trying to think. Will that affect the stream? But it is quite, isn't it? I think that's as good as I can get. The cars look too modern. Well, it is in the future, in fact. Anyway, it is the DeLorean Back to the Future model thingamajig, isn't it? Anyway, I like that one. That's really cool. Add and edits. Another great job. Not another great job. Pro 3D. Oh, cool name. Pro 3D. You've got to be careful with names like that. You've got to be really good if you have a name like that. I'm going to go full screen on this one as well. And are you a pro? Looking pretty pro here, it's got to be said. I like this. The blur is really interesting. You can't quite make out the shapes, but that helps us to sort of sell this story. And I like the fact that you've put something in the background here as well. The perspective's slightly off though. We're looking right up at this and it's leaning back, and then we got the flat. So I think that was added in post and it looks a little bit unusual. In fact, is this just a composite? Is it like a photo bash type scenario, or is this 3D? It's difficult for me to tell actually, because of that sort of flatness there. But it's a really cool job though, really awesome. It's funny, it's just the name makes me laugh a little bit, because I always think you have to be a bit careful doing having a name like Pro 3D. You have to be like really awesome. And I'm not saying it's bad, but I get beginners and they've got badass 3D man or whatever it is, and they're asking me really basic beginner questions. You think, hang on a minute. Anyway, but I think maybe you deserve your Pro 3D title there. Some nice work. Wacom One, first time here. Hope it's not too far from the theme. I don't know, we'll see. I was thinking about a typical robot companion, but changed my mind when I saw images of 80s cartoons from my country called a Princessa E.O. Robo, the princess and the robot, and thought that maybe the rabbit robot could be the mathematical friend I was looking for. The title for this one is The Rescue. Very, very interesting. Oh, fascinating stuff. I like the fact that you've given us a whole backstory there. Fun stuff. So this is a future, not so neon, a little bit away from the theme, but it's good fun. It's still a tiny bit flat. I like the fact that you've tried to light it here, but maybe it's a tough one, isn't it? There just seems a bit too much light in the background, so perhaps light the foreground a bit more than the background, so it sort of fades away. Perhaps. Yeah, sorry, badass 3D man. Yep, it's going to be everybody's name from now on, isn't it? So I'm going to change my name to badass 3D man. Okay, so well done, Kaka. Nice one there. Hello, Culture Cauldron. Let's just see what people are. Good names make renders faster. I didn't realise that. Maybe I need to change from Abbitt Media to Abbitt Media Awesome Man. I do joke that I call myself Grantius Maximus at school, so I'm going to just keep that one instead. That's a happy bunny, indeed. Okay, so Akinaro. So we've got a MP4 this time. Animation render quality, and just sort of reading through. Changing the idea for about 3 times. So tip for anybody else: don't do stuff like me. Dirty ways, quick and without any plain logic. I don't know. So I mean, Ian Hubert is an example of, he does that sort of, Grantius Maximus, best name. He does it sort of like the dirty way, but I suppose he's practiced to get that sort of dirty way of making it that looks absolutely incredible, doesn't it? Okay, let's have a look at Google Drive and see whether it's working. In fact, that's probably not the best link to go to. Oh, it's not loading. It's not loading for me. Where's my mouse gone? Well, it says excellent connection now, so right. Oh no, here we go. Okay, I'll get it. I'm going to mute the desktop audio. In fact, I'll just mute it on here, can't I? There we because I don't want to be killed for copyright. Actually, this is really awesome. Oh, I love this. I forgot you did a sort of monster thing last time. Oh, that's really cool. I like the effects here. That's a good petrol station quality brand, that is. Actually, they're probably do the best petrol you've seen, actually, and diesel, and just general snacks at the shop, actually. What's this? Petrol station for everyone. There we go. So you heard it here first. I think that's worth a watch again. I could go full screen with this as well. Look at this. It's possibly my new favourite because of the branding. I like the knocking down things. This is, I mean, with your self-criticism, I think you go a bit too far, because this is, I love it. I think it's really, really great. Some of the movements a little bit wooden, is sort of very robotic. Minor criticism on what is a great looking project. Absolutely love this one, and well done. I'm trying not to spend too much time on it because there's other people to see. But it does look really cool. The particles, really nice. Resident Evil remake could use this. Yes, indeed. That's a really cool one. A lot of effort gone into this. Very impressive. So we got one from SquareX. Oh, you've actually taken my face, haven't you? That is actually my face. I quite like this. The fact that you've got all this huge amount of white space here, rather than having it big in the frame, it's quite arty and abstract and weird. And that does look a bit like my face. So scary stuff. I can't really fault it because it's just so cool. I think maybe it's the face. Very nice work. Liking it. Very cool. Okay, so Felix. We've had a Felix already, so we've got this is the second one of yours. Am I right saying? You were the first one, weren't you, Felix? I feel this one needs an open original as well. I don't want to do this for everyone because it takes a while to bring them across, doesn't it? But that's quite interesting. Liking it. Really, really like the window and the rain pouring down. That's very sort of cyberpunk, Ghost in the Shell, and it's just got that. Blade Runner, that's the one I was looking for. What is it? Blade Runner has that sort of, and that sort of washed out city look is just really cool. The camera movement of the last one was really, really good, isn't it? Every artist is their own worst critic. That's very true, isn't it? Yeah, so we all do that to ourselves, don't we? I feel like it's let down a tiny bit by the textures going through the pipes here into the chair. The chair's a really cool idea, loving it. These, maybe they need a glow on them to go with the background or something. They just look a little bit rigid and very square and sharp, everything. Whereas the background is so cool. I love the way you've done that and put it into the window there. Nice work. So well done again, Felix. Nice work once again. So Thyros X.exe. Just checking everybody's all right. Yep, we're all good. I'm getting through them a bit faster. I think that's better. Is this the right pace? Let me know. Good pace or no pace. I hope it's not too far from the theme. It sort of looks neonish. In the background is a retro wave inspired building, and the front are two astronauts watching it. Okay. I tried to use depth of field. Yeah, nice idea with the depth of field. Blur is important with neon as well, just as much as actually the brightness values and all that sort of stuff. I use the rule of thirds composition. Good stuff. My first self-made wallpaper rendered with Eevee. Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, I like the little astronauts. This is great fun. It's interesting because it looks miniature. And I think that's the blur. There's so much blur that makes things look like they're shot with a macro lens on a camera, which shoots really small things. Good pace. Thank you very much. That's good to hear. The noise on the pipes of the last one made it look a bit weird, didn't it? I agree with you, Adnan edit. It didn't quite work in the textures. Lack of glow, exactly. This one is great fun, though. There's something about this that has a real charm. It's a teensy bit dark. Maybe that's my monitor. I don't know. It's not been bad for me so far. I think it's just that people are rendering them out quite dark in order to show the brightness and things. But yeah, this is cool, isn't it? I quite like these sort of weird shapes on the ground. It's good fun. Yeah, a fun piece, and the texture on the ground. Maybe that's what makes it look miniature as well. But that's quite nice as well. Yeah, so really good first competition entry ever. Well done, Thyros.exe. Drowsy, another one from you. Re-upload of my second entry rendered with Eevee and used a lot of compositing. Let's have a look. That's quite fun. I'll open original for this because it's a bit small. Bringing that across. You can see my coding, learn to code from scratch, that is, and I'm still scratch, so I haven't got there yet. I'm going to zoom in a bit actually, just so we can sort of see the composition things, and not the composition, the models. That's what I'm saying. A little bit sharp around the edges, but it's pretty cool. Liking this. I like the color theme. I know that sounds silly because it's just red, but going for one simple color like this is quite cool, and it's very sort of cyberpunk-esque again. It's really cool. Yeah, cyberpunk's supposed to be dark, isn't it? Yeah, quite right. I've set my monitor up especially. So nice work once again from Drowsy. Good job. Lekimus. No text with this one, but let's have a look. It's quite fun, isn't it? I like... it's important with cyberpunk to have water. That's very important. And this breaking up of reflections, that's quite cool. But I would have liked to seen a tiny bit more, just a touch of a noise texture or something on the water, just so it's not so crisp. Yeah, but it's really cool. Well, leading lines, which is good, although we've got sort of flatness here, which is a bit distracting from the leading lines, but it's pretty cool. Like it. There's lots going on here. Nice work. Breaking it up with lighting is good. A little bit sort of, we lose what's going on here, which isn't such a bad thing, but maybe we need more detail in there, a few smaller lights to break things up. I feel like all the details are really big, but we've got nice little details like this that we need more of those over here, in my opinion. How do you enter the competitions? You follow the Discord link and you join the Discord competition entry, which you can just see above my head there. If I don't do that. Oh no, I'll cut my hair off there, look. So it's always there. Yeah, so competition entry, it's in Grant's Corner. My mods are doing a great job. They sort all this out. Admin, I should say, not mods, they're admin people. And yeah, I pretty much sorted everything out, and I just stand in the background looking on in awe. So well done, Lekimus, on that. Glabby, I think it is. like the picture. I don't know. Is that can be take for this category, but I have this one too. Cool. I like that one as well. Let's have a look. This is quite a fun idea. I like it. Now, I think we could have stepped a bit further with this and have lighting from the bottom up, as if the city ground level is sort of lighting it. So have a plane at the bottom that's sort of emitting light, and then as it gets darker at the top, and then it would have more depth. But I like it. It's really cool. Just having a look at what people are saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. People are explaining how to join Discord. This one's good as well. I like the style. It's a good model as well. Did you sculpt this yourself? Because that's really decent. I feel like these are going off at an angle. Is this a 2D composite? Because they look like they're going the wrong way slightly from the face. They don't look quite in line, but it's still really cool and liking it. Really good fun. Nice work. Muzzletov. Oh, it caught my eye, this one. I'll just leave it there because it's distracting me. My first time entering competition, it was inspired by Sewer City from Futurama, rendered with Eevee. Hey, this is cool. I'm going to open original on this. They always look good, the diorama type scenarios. Polygon Runway does lots of these sort of things, doesn't he? Oh, yes. I like it. Hey, that's really cool. I'm going to have to sort of zoom out though. But this is great fun. I like the levels. Oh, yeah. Loads going on. It's a touch square and flat. So really, really sharp, reflective. Maybe just adding a tiny bit of noise to these to break them up a bit. Really, really sharp edges. I know that's sort of maybe a style, but it just seems a bit too sharp. But it's really cool. Really, really cool. Love this. I love the sewers in the bottom. I can't remember that from Futurama. I haven't seen all of it, to be fair. But that's really cool. Loving it. So nice work. Good first entry, that one. Well done. Okay, look what we got here. Second entry. Oh, it's looking pretty cool. We'll have to open the original on this. So is this an animated GIF? because I'm surprised at upload, because they're usually really high. You know what I'm saying. This is really cool though, isn't it? Oh, there we go. It's caught up with itself. It just took a while to download. Oh, look at that. I like these going up and down, because you could have just had this going past, but these going up and down as if it's sort of hovering. Oh yes, this is good, isn't it? This is really cool. Very, yeah. Let's just see. Yeah, the competition is monthly. It's below New York. That is New York at the moment. Sorry, we won't go there. Just having a look at what people are saying. Thanks for the subscriber, whoever that was. I missed that. Looking at the wrong screen. I love this though. I like the city in the background as well. It's just great, isn't it? I love the loop to it as well. That couldn't have been that easy to set up a loop like that. Lots to think about, isn't it, with that one? Nice entry once again. Crap zone. Very impressive. Oh, lots of people are subscribing. Gabriel Santos, nice you to subscribe. Extreme Polymath. So this I feel like we've had you before, haven't we? Here's my entry. Or was I looking somewhere else then? Oh, maybe it was on the. I can't remember what it is. But are you on Extreme Polymath? Maybe I saw your name on here already. I can't remember. You can't really see me pointing there. Actually, I probably need to be about there. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, how did it fit on Discord? That's what I don't understand as well. How on earth did that manage to fit on Discord? I would have thought the size of it would be doing too much. Anyway, so here's my entry. Evening commute, rendered with Eevee. Want to do a bit more, but limited by hardware. Yeah, that is a problem, isn't it? Because Eevee's really dependent on a graphics card. So if you've got a Mac, not a MacBook, a Mac Pro, yeah, you know what I mean. But we have Macs at school, and they don't like Eevee, and it's not much fun. I wouldn't have got Macs personally. I wouldn't go for a Mac either. But then you can shout me down in the comments if you like. This is good fun though. I like it. I like that you've tried to break up the reflections here, but it's too clean a reflection there and then onto the floor. It's minor points. I like this sort of hovercraft there. Good leading lines. I like the signs. I like this texture here as well. That's what we want. We want reflections that are broken up like this. We want the same on the floor a bit more with sort of lines, reflections. Would look cool. Really liking it though. Well done. And yeah, first entry. Fantastic work. Chemical Artistry, welcome to Neon City. It's a good idea to label your work like that. It's get your branding out there, and I quite like the fact that it makes me think of an album cover, which is quite fun. This is quite interesting, isn't it? Is that a sort of a variation of a Voronoi, perhaps, or something? And with an interesting building there. I like the building. That looks really interesting. This is strange. Going through here, that's the sort of neon aspect to it, I suppose. It's like this sort of wire coming in here. It does look quite cool. I like it. It looks like a proper album cover. So it's good fun. This. It's hard to see the city aspect to it. I suppose we've got the building there, but it's cool. Yeah, it looks like a CD cover. Or how you're showing the age there, Akinaro. CDs? Do we still have those? I suppose you can still buy CDs. I'm just being silly. Totally 1980s album cover, isn't it? Yeah. It is a bit late to send us a pick in because you can't be involved in the the poll that we've already set up. Thanks to Lunar Lotus for that one. Just seeing what people are saying. When will be thinking about themes for the next competition? We'll perhaps go through it at the end. So you shout them out at the end if you've got any ideas. So what have we got? Michael94, Robot Factory, first competition entry. Overall, pretty happy with it, I think. Aha, that is quite fun actually. I'm going to open original on this because I think this needs a bit of a bigger look. It's very dark again, isn't it? It's coming out better on my screen up there than it is on this one, but I'm getting a lot of glare from all my lights around here, so I have to have lighting. Otherwise my face looks like it does in real life, which you don't want to see. So that's nasty. Could I use my laptop for Blender, or should I be using my drawing tablet with it? Oh, can I just use... use just my... you can, but a drawing tablet is going to help you with painting, sculpting, and retopology and stuff like that. Anyway, I like this. This theme is quite fun. It's got the sort of droid army feel to it, and then this cool little character here with a different colour. Good thinking. Yeah, and I like the lighting. That gives us an element of depth, and this army feels like it's going to go on for miles and miles. Nice thinking, nice work. I like that one. Good fun. Oh, where's my Discord gone? There you are. Okay, so then we got Wacom One. Coincidentally, I wrote a book 3 years ago called The Neon City. How about that? Well, in fact, we did name it after your book. There we go. This is the cover for it. And I removed the title so you can see more of the city. Ah, cool. Ah, awesome stuff. That's great fun, isn't it? There's lots going on. I feel like good leading lines, but we're lacking a bit of depth because it's all the same brightness. That's the only thing. But it's great fun. I like all that's going on. I suppose it's very busy here, but then you've got a wall here that's not got much going on. So maybe think about that. I like these different things floating across here. This is an interesting character, isn't it? Great fun. Nice work. Crave, inspired from Love, Death and Robot. On Netflix. I saw most of that, didn't see all of them. There were sort of a few things, they weren't sequential. You know what I mean. Watch it, it's kind of interesting. Lunar Lotus, technically I can add the recent entries. I just didn't because I'm not sure if you want me to, since there was a deadline. I'm not too worried. If you're happy to add them, that's cool. We'll hopefully get through. I think the pace is going okay. I might have slowed down a little bit though, so we'll pick it up. It's good fun. It really does look like the Love, Death, Robots style. It's really vivid colours, sharp contrast, and it looks quite cool actually. Really, it's very creative. I might have gone... I'm trying to think actually. I feel like the background interferes with the foreground a bit too much, so maybe not quite so bright. It's difficult to say, and I'd probably tinker with it a lot myself to try and get that to work, but I want the robot standing out more from the background. It looks cool though, really cool. Nice composition that. I think it's worked really well. Pokidopey, sorry. Re-upload, added a background and compositing. First competition entries, all critiques welcome. Let's just look at the image for now. I'll probably go open original, and then we can have a quick look at the other thing you posted. Yeah, that's really nice. I like the telegraph pole. I mean, usually they don't go to skyscrapers because this would have to be a really, really tall telegraph pole. It does actually slightly make a difference if you do something that doesn't really work in real life. So it looks like the sides out of proportion things. Usually, I'm assuming skyscrapers have underground cables going to them for telegraph poles and things like that. Yeah, it's really cool though. I like this. I like some of the minor details down here. They can really help, but just... Yeah, so put them to break up big areas. So I'd probably put another couple in here, and maybe some on that roof, like these vents here and stuff. Cool work. I like it. And I suppose we could just have a quick look at this if it downloads reasonably fast. Yeah, there's just a rotation around. That looks cool. Nice work. Okay, Hashim, good sir. Let's just... hello, Wayne. Nice to see you on. Just seeing what people are saying. Depth is missing. Yeah, that was exactly it. The cassette eyes were good, though, weren't they? Pear instead of apple. I missed that, actually. I was missing that. Oh, I almost missed... Hang on, have I just missed a few there? Oh, that's weird. What happened there? That's strange. It just shows how many we've got to get through as well. Where are they all? What the... Oh, there we go. We're back. That's strange. I must have pressed something that took me to the front. I'm not sure what that was. Wreck-It Ralph style. Is there another competition next month? There will be, yes. Yeah, I'm good. That's all right. We're okay. Jumped all the way to the end. Fovamp. Going to call this one finished. Not super happy with the lighting, but not totally sure what to do to make it better. That is a problem sometimes, isn't it? What do we do to make it better? I quite like it. You've thought about blue and orange, so you've got opposite ends of the colour wheel. So that opposite ends of the colour wheel, I'm just seeing myself on the screen. And that's quite a clever idea because the contrasting colours can really complement each other. But then you've got a green down here, which maybe doesn't go. I feel like it needs some volumetrics, bloom to sort of blur things out, because it's very sharp and very angular looking. It's a very nice piece though, and I feel like it's not far away from being really, really nice. I'd possibly put some really faded out in the background as well, and maybe closer together, because there's a big blank space in here. Nice, I like that one. Well done, Fovamp. Ruim. Second project so far, still a newbie. It's my first composition so far. I've tried volumetric lighting inside the city, but it was too noisy, and the denoiser ruined it at the end. Yeah, denoiser with cycles and then volumetrics, it can kill it. It's not an easy one. So, sorry though, I missed the... Yeah. This is cool, isn't it? I might go for a bigger shot of this. I feel like it maybe needs it. Maybe I need to hurry up though, because I just saw all the other entries. There's loads of them. Like it. This is quite fun, isn't it? The breaking up the water there, just those puddles. Tron style bike looks really good actually. I'm trying to, do I like the lack of any colour in the background? Is you've got the blue theme here, but then I'd be tempted to sort of, I don't know, I might have liked, and I'm not sure, it might be just a preference, but I would have liked to have seen maybe a bit of colour variation in the city. The perspective is off on some of the buildings as well, like that one. It feels like maybe that's just me. Oh no, it's a photo bash of that one, isn't it? Yeah, so it's repeated, and it looks a little bit weird, like these are tilted slightly. Minor points, and I love the Tron bike, and I love this reflection down here. That looks really awesome, doesn't it? I might be tempted to lose the whole city in the background and just have it on this plane here. Might look cool. The light could be blue. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Benedek. Sorry, Kovacs. Yeah, I think so. You're fine, Shazib Khan. Nice of you to half join us. That's cool. Yeah, it's a bit of a contrast with the city. I'm not sure it quite works for me. Right, so moving on. Hopefully we won't jump to the end again. Barely Neon and Barely City 2. A double whammy of nothing. Drop beat. It looks kind of fun though. Yeah, it sort of works. There's some neon there, definitely. Get some blur in there. Make sure get some bloom in as well. You're done. It's Neon City then. Just a bit of texture down here, because that's a really highlighted area. So maybe a bit of texture in there. This is cool though. I love the character. I like the style. Love this. I feel like it's let down a bit with the lighting. These are really cool, and we can hardly see them. But this is where our eyes are drawn, so less neon, weirdly, and more of this cool stuff. So spotlights down on there, sort of thing, as if the street lamp is shining onto them. And you can have more of these sort of lights in the background, blurred perhaps. Oh, that is a bit loud, isn't it? I'm just going to turn that down a bit. Yeah, a bit blurred in the background. But our focus needs to be here, so we need more light on these. Nice work though. I really like that one. Irwin Sunny Ray, Simple Neon City. It's quite cool and funky, isn't it? Nice, simplistic, and it makes me think of a really, really old sort of cassette cover from the 80s or something. It was great fun. I like the reflections, a very sort of early 3D. So really early 3D programs, you'd be really, this is but like super advanced because it's got reflections in and stuff. But it's really these days it's really simplistic, and I like it. Good fun. Wilden, sorry. I didn't really have time to do something, so I reworked a render created last month. Again, I think it should have been a looped animation. Let's have a quick look then on YouTube. Let's just pause there. Yeah, got some donuts. Look. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's quite fun, isn't it? I like the city being built. That's an interesting idea. Oh, look in it. But wait, there's more. Yeah, that's really cool fun. I like this thing coming down here. Lots going on. There's a weird animation there, but it's no, that did actually work. I get it now. When it moved the other way, it made sense. That's cool, isn't it? I like that. Oh, that's quite good. This guy does some 10-minute tutorials. Well worth a watch. I forgot to put him in my recent video about YouTubers to look out for. Anyway, Crazy Wagner. So well done, Wildens. That was a really cool piece. I like that one. Crazy Wagner. Results of a long process. Let's just... yeah, the hips of the previous one are quite funny. Sort of very hippie. Busy city. It was quite cool, busy city, wasn't it? Neon donuts, that's what we need. Yeah. People liking it. It's nice to see everybody sort of enjoying people's work. That's great fun. Okay, results. Hang on. Results of a long process. Crazy Wagner. Yeah. That's just brilliant. Look at that. That's amazing. Where did you get that picture from? That looks weird. Yeah, I suppose it's because it's an angle, but then the text isn't at an angle. It looks really weird. Oh, and there's over here as well. Oh, it's all happening with Abbitt Media. King Abbitt. Crazy stuff. Good fun. It is a little flat because there's so much going on and we need somewhere to focus. That's the only thing. But yeah, there is a lot going on. Where's this planet coming from? Oh, is that in the background? Is that sort of an Earth in the background in the distance? I think maybe, yeah, just think about the depth of your lighting. It's great fun. All sorts happening there. Lana 93, my first entry. How did I do? Well, we'll take a look and see. That looks cool. Let's open the original on this one so we can get a closer look. Yeah, really nice. I feel like these big, huge areas of wall need a bit more. So it's probably a time thing. And I like the trash, but we need sort of trash cans in there and stuff as well. More paper on the floor because this is really awesome. We just need more of these. And the box maybe putting some sort of danky, wet dampness to it. But yeah, there's just these big areas. This area here, for example, is awesome. It looks really great in that area there. So if we'd cut it here and then put that box there and this there, I think it would look better, but then we wouldn't see anything in the distance. So you could, I suppose, yeah. But so these areas that are highlighted, they've got nothing to show. And that's the next stage. And I think it's worth working a little bit more on this piece because it's got great potential. I'd like to see maybe this broken up a bit, this sharp line here as well. Maybe just a tiny bevel on it would help. That's really cool though. Nice work. It's Kermit rendered this again, but with more purple hue. Some kind of Asian city alley at night. Managed to get this more eerie vibe too. I like it. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? It's very, very dark. Remember, you can use blue lights to give the impression of night, and they work quite well as if it's moonlight. That's sort of how they fake. They call it day for night sort of thing. They film in the day and then put a blue hue over it sometimes. That's how they did it in the olden days. Now they just use massive, huge blue lights. Yeah, I really like this. It's very cool. I'm going to have to open the original on this one as well. We need to see a bit closer, don't we? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Like the... I mean, I'm losing... because this is really dark here, so I'm sort of losing what's going on. And this is obviously steps coming down here. But it looks really cool. Loads going on. It looks really... We just need a bit more light in the scene to help us to work out what's happening. Because that's got potential, that one. Really has. Fantastic. Oh, that's weird. We've got Crazy Wagner again. But it is the same, isn't it? It's the same city, so we're okay. I'll go past that one if you don't mind. Just having a quick look. Yeah, more clutter in that previous one, wasn't it? Seba, Solitude. Sorry, is Seba, yeah. Solitude or a Neon City version for these times of lock-in. Yeah, indeed. But we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the coronavirus. Right, I'm just going for full screen on that one. Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Nice, simple style, very simplistic. Rain on the window we need, like the earlier one from, I can't remember who it was now, but that would look cool. And I think that would just sort of finish it off and it would look really cool. I like the lighting on here, possibly needed just a touch more. It's just tricky to say. Maybe maybe that's not quite right. It still has a very flat feel to it, but then that's fair. It's just these areas around here. Maybe crop the frame around there and around here. I think it's tricky to say. It's just lacking a tiny bit in the composition. But that's a really cool idea. I like it and very effective. A drop frames detected. It's saying, I think we're okay now. I think my internet's doing all right now. Are we all right on the stream? Yeah, maybe a lamp in the corner. Yeah, to light the interior. Just so there's just a bit more because it's so dark around here. Yeah, perhaps. Add an airship. Yes, indeed. That's a good one. Everything needs an airship in it. From Tristan. I did this short animation months ago, so I hope it's okay for the competition. Well, if it fits the theme, then let's go for it. KZ Yugen. In 8 hours, and you did it in 8 hours. Gotcha. Alright, just turn the sound on there. Is it gonna work? Oh, that's nice. That's cool. There is a bit of sound, but I'm just keeping it really low. I mean, you might be getting a bit of it from the desktop audio that's coming through on yours. Oh, finished abruptly. That's really cool, isn't it? It's really imaginative. I'll just maximize that again, and we'll just repeat it. Yeah, that's really awesome, isn't it? It's got a lovely look to it. I like the depth of field. It's just the right amount, I feel like. Yeah, it's looking really cool, isn't it? And I like the reflections. You really thought about what's in the background, not just chucked things in there. It's it's special, that one. I like it. Really good. Yeah, so well done. Right, JB Blender. So JB Blender, if you don't know, runs sort of are they weekly competitions, aren't they? Yeah. And they're I turn on loop for videos. Yeah, I probably need to do that, don't I? It's probably, but I don't know where that is, to be honest. I never use it. So JB Blender does weekly competitions, so you can find those somewhere down here, aren't they? But yeah, just have a look and you'll find them. Whoa, what's going on? And Southern Shotty's trying to get in touch with me. He has a YouTube channel as well. Right. This is interesting. So we've got a well, and I'm going to have to open the original so I can see my face, because everybody wants to see that. There he is. I can't quite read it. Everything you want to hear. Oh, I see. It's not just to eat, it's to hear. There's pretty crazy stuff going on here. And we got, I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. It looks crazy. Good fun. Very sort of neon-esque with the signs, but in well format. Strange stuff going on there. Thank you, JB. Appreciate that. And thank you for all your hard work as one of my admin. A tad dark. Yeah, I suppose that's true, isn't it? Yeah. Just checking what people are saying. It does look familiar, doesn't it? What is it? Why does it look familiar to me? Not sure why. Hash Brown Smiley. This is a neon version of the city of Riyadh. I took a few real buildings from the city and made them neon. And made up a few others. I'm getting tired, because the more tired I get, the harder I find to read because of my dyslexia, which I often talk about too much, I think. Let's have a look there. This is cool, isn't it? Ooh, that's fun. Ooh. That's the Hitchcock effect, the dolly zoom, which is quite weird. It works quite well though. And so you move the camera, but you also zoom the camera as well. That's quite a fun idea. So, there we go. There's replay. Is there a loop though? I'm not sure there is a loop, but that's cool. Yeah, good fun that. I like the textures you've used. I'm not sure about the weird sort of dolly zoom in and out, but it's good fun. It's good fun that. You can right click, can you, and press zoom. I didn't realise that. Press zoom? No, loop. You see, my brain is going. I've been talking for too long. Looks a bit confusing. Wild zoom, yeah, trippy, yeah, indeed. Okay. This is my first ever render from Sheralee. Sheralee? That's right, yeah. I'm struggling now, my brain, to try and read things. Sorry for the being a bit past deadline. Oh, disgraceful. But any critique is definitely welcome. I found your video so helpful, and thank you. But of course. So Sheralee. That's cool, yep. Working really nicely. I like some of these aspects, like these weird arrows, and you've got the depth to it. You haven't gone flat, which is good. Just think about the lighting next, and think maybe putting some spotlights in or something like that, so we can break it up. And it's a little bit difficult to tell what's going on here, so maybe a tiny bit of ambient light from the scene. But that's really cool. Well done. So Snake Venom. Oh, great name there, Snake Venom. It should be Snake Venom Badass 3D Man. That's what it should be. Brain needs meat. There is a lot of entries. I'm hoping they won't just keep going and people keep adding them in. I might stop at anybody that's passed. Oh, this is yesterday. It's not late, actually. It's not late at all. Yesterday, that's fine. I did change the day to the competition because it was... I changed the day because Blenders Today was always on a Monday and my competition was on a Monday. So I changed to the Tuesday, and then Blenders Today obviously did every day. It's almost like they're chasing me. Okay, so, well, nothing to brag about, but at least I did something. Quite right. Get involved, join in, and have some fun. Oh, this is quite interesting. It's quite a weird idea, this. I would have liked to have seen a sort of rotation of this. I like the little police car, futuristic car. This is quite weird at the bottom here as well. It's quite a fun one, though, and I like the sort of low-key sort of style lighting. Great fun. Nice colour theme with this sort of purple and with the lights as well. I might have kept that going a bit more with these things in here. That's good fun. Well done, Snake Venom. Shade. This is my first entry. It's not great, but at least it's something, I think. Oh, that's very similar to what Snake Venom said. There we go. Yep, no, that's cool. I like it. Neon style. Just a few more buildings and there would have been a city, but now it's just a building. But I think it's really cool, though. It's cool. I'll still take a look. Don't worry, Sheila Frankel. Like the contrast, indeed. Yeah, so cool stuff going on there. It's working. I feel like this is really awesome. Just needs a few more to make it into a city and maybe a road as well. Love it. Aaron 16.1. This collaboration with Frank. Dun dun dun. Frank, are you here, Frank? I'm not sure he was able to make it today. Childcare issues and things he was mentioning. But Frank's. You shouldn't ever team up with Frank because that means you can't win. Because I'll critique it and bash it and pull it apart and make sure it doesn't win. Just joking. So this is the fourth and last. I know I said it was definitely the final version, but 100% final as before. Also a small amount of mist in the background. Close-up shot. Played with the word, if you know what I mean. Let's have a look at that in a second. And Chinese lanterns were improved with translucent material. Oh my goodness. Are we allowed to show that? Any kiddies, look away now. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? It's very cyberpunk-esque, isn't it? Sort of Blade Runner, old-style Blade Runner. It's quite cool. I'm not sure what this guy's doing in the back here. He's another thug, chasing him down as well. It's quite fun, though. I like the city and the environment is working really nicely. I think that's the collaboration, isn't it? The characters are by Aaron, 16.1, and the background by Frank. And they're not quite merging together because the textures on here are very real, and then these are sort of more stylized. So mixing those up is tricky, but I think maybe it works for the character more than the woman that's running away. That's the only tiny thing. I think it's really cool, though. I do like all the signs and stuff. I think they look really cool. Oh yeah, there was a naughty ladies or something in there, but you've taken that out. There's a Pac-Man lantern there as well. I'm not sure what's going on. I like it. Great work. A little bit horrific. That's the only thing. Looks like a miniature though. Oh yeah, the wires look possibly a bit too big for everything else. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? Tricky getting the sizes right. But there's a door there to sort of help us reference those. Homeless dude in the background. He's just watching on. He's actually an undercover, I don't know, person. Undercover something. Right, so Maffa, sorry. There is music and sound, but it's not copyright. Okay, I will play it then. The music is from Edvard Grieg, public domain. Cool. It's also played at 60% speed. Let's take a look then, shall we? I'll put the sound up slightly for this. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh. There's some really nice movement there. The animation is lovely. This is great fun. Whoa, there's lots gone into this. Goodness me. Rats everywhere. Hopefully you can hear this. Wow, look at that. Well, that is great, isn't it? I mean, there's so much to it. I'm just going to flick through again. There is so much to it. Oh my goodness. Just looking to see. No, you haven't said how long that took. That's amazing, Maffa. Are you with us? Just really cool, isn't it? Really, really cool. Love that. And we've got a bit of weird martial arts here as well. That's really, really cool. Absolutely loving it. Amazing. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, lots of people saying they're very impressed with that. There's not much I'd change. The camera movement was a little bit sort of obviously digital, do you know what I mean? So make it a tiny bit less sort of, and just a touch more noise, less sort of big movements, touch more noise, the really tiny point, and that's the only thing I really noticed. I mean, there's obviously other tiny things, but it's so epic, wasn't it? Quite amazing. So make sure you are voting throughout if you've looked ahead and things. How are we doing for time? What are we? I've lost my 3 o'clock. So I've been doing well. I've been getting through them. I think an hour is probably the right length for this. So we're an hour now. So I'll see how many more we got. Oh my goodness, it's not too bad. Not too millions. Okay, so I'll go a bit quicker again. I've lost where I was though. Okay, so Thyrus.exe. So the guy with the astronauts. I use particles, volume scatter, depth of field, motion blur. Of course, it's all happening. And rendering cycles. Let's have a look. This is good fun though. I like the little characters again. Yeah, great fun, and it's good to experiment with the particles and trying out different things. Well done. Gonna to be a touch quicker. Oh yeah, Griff's entry. So this is in his you'll see what's going on. But hopefully this will all work. Go onto the site. This is his 3dworlds.ca, and it's a bit sort of like Sketchfab. So see the model online. It's really cool. Although, oh dear, it's not working. Oh, I was worried then. So you can look around it, and I didn't think how we move into the scene. Maybe we don't move into the scene, but you can see there. It's worth taking a look at this because this is all running at real time over the browser. I think that's cool. Oh, and there's a flicker from the light there, is there? Is there a flicker from the light? Kit Kat Club. This is quite cool though, isn't it? Nice work. Yeah, it's sort of VR style, isn't it? I don't know, you probably put VR goggles on and view this. That's interesting. But yeah, absolutely love that. And it's telling us the frame rate there. So it's running really, really smoothly, isn't it? So yeah, the world is low poly, just under 1,700 hertz. And yeah, I mean, the neon signs and stuff, that's quite good, isn't it? It's quite impressive, this, what he's managed to do there. And so that he has told me before, but this all sort of coded and stuff. Drag left, right, and up and down the browser window. Yep, I'm very impressed with that. They're really cool. Well done, Griff. I really like that. Just having a kick. Best chocolate. It was just left drag left up and right and down. You know what I mean. Okay, I've got to move on though. Art inspired by the idea of Deep Water City after playing Bioshock. Let's have a quick look at the image. Dun 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 dun. There we go. Cool. These are quite fun, aren't they? Interesting sort of. There's a name for these, isn't there? It reminds me of My Little Pony that we used to have when I was a kid. Obviously, I didn't personally myself. No reason why not, but I didn't like them. Yeah, I like this. The interesting whales in the background. Yeah, lots of whales. It's weird. It's just lacking depth. Again, it's one of those that's lacking depth because it's the same colour all the way through. But it's quite cool. I would have liked a bit more glow and neon to that. Is that right? It is My Little Pony. Ah, there we go. So it's, yeah. Cool. It still exists then, does it? My Little Pony. How about that? So well done, art. Drana. Hey everyone, here's my render. Want to create a moody scene. Calm before the storm. Learned a lot about Grant's tutorial as well. There you go, got my vote. This is great fun, isn't it? I like all the neon everywhere. I like this coat. Well, I'm going to get a coat like that with a big neon stripe down it. That'd be great. I like the character as well. Really good fun. And these, I only just noticed there were people inside here. That's quite weird, actually. I might have gone a bit bigger. There's Frank barking away. Hopefully you can't hear that. With these people, unless they're small people somehow. But yeah, that's the minor point. Lacking depth because of the background here is all completely black, so it's difficult to make out. Maybe I'd have gone a bit more side on, maybe the camera from here. It's cool though. Like that, Drano, well done. Then we got, I can't pronounce that name, but that's yep, and interesting picture as well. Just having a quick look at what people are saying. It's an underwater city. Oh yeah, this one is an underwater city, was it? Anyway, so this is the name I can't pronounce. Cool, liking it. Lots going on, and cool little car there. This is interesting. I can't work out what's going on here though. That's not making sense to me quite. It's again, try out a few things with lighting. Maybe put a light behind a building or something like that to just break it up a bit. Good fun though. Well done. Sorry, I want to say your name, but I just have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Warwolf. Just noticed misspelled future. Silly dog. Let's see what I can do. Ooh. I'm going to turn it off because I didn't see whether there was a copyright thing there. I'll take a look at that comment in a second. This is looking interesting. Project 2049. Oh, so is this the sort of... I'm confused. Oh, okay. Right, so we've got some camera... I see. This is good, isn't it? I see what's going on now. It took me a while to figure out what's happening there. That's quite interesting. Oh, this is fascinating. Oh, very interesting. Some people have really gone to town on this, haven't they? This is all really happening. They're loving it. It's very cool effects. Nice work. I like that one. Warwolf, really nice work. I would play it again, but we are running. We're running out of time. You should shut off the person has subscribed notifications. They make no sense during a live stream. Not sure what that means. Oh, so yeah, subscribe notifications. How do I turn that off actually? Yeah, I'm sorry. I should shut that off. Yeah. Lots of people saying that's super cool. There was someone earlier that asked if using Blender damaged your computer. Is that true? I suppose it's very taxing for the computer, so it will wear the computer out faster because it has to, like the graphics cards and things, have to run harder. But in reality, I don't think there's a lot in it. This one from Wizard. I'm going to go full screen on this one. This looks like it needs a bit more of an analysis. Very nice, liking it indeed. Good textures. I like the depth. You see, that's the depth thing going on there. Not flat against one building, but depth going in. And you're working on the lighting quite well here. It looks pretty cool. Like, lost detail here. Not sure what's happening, but that's a good one. I like it. Well done, Wizard. Sorry, I'm going a bit quicker now. Avigarian. Avigarian. First time doing something like this. Cool, you just hit the deadline, didn't you? It's not where I wanted it, but forgot the deadline would stay. Let's just have a quick look. It's pretty cool. Lots going on. I like the leading lines. Good job. And the composition is good. We just need a bit more going on in the city. But that's well worth working on. I think that's going to be a really nice piece. Well done. And then this one's oh no, they just look at that 59. First entry, ran out of time. A little done in Maya or however you want to pronounce it. Oh, that's pretty cool though. See, Maya works as well. Just joking. Any 3D software is all about the artist, isn't it? I say that because but there must be some 3D, like SketchUp is going to be a bit tricky to do some details. But this is cool, nice. Again, it's the leading line thing. We are a bit flat against this here, so I would have gone a bit more from the side. Perhaps you want to be able to look outside more, but I feel like there's not as much going on outside as there is inside. So leading lines into the piece is really cool. So well done, Doomster EG. So these ones are a little bit late. So this is from Lamp. I'll just quickly go through them, but I won't spend quite as much time. This is interesting. That's good fun. Cool, that is some fast camera movement. It's pretty... can't look. that is some pretty crazy stuff. Nice work. So this is from Lamp. Well done. Okay, I'm going to move quickly through. I almost forgot to upload my entry. So you're always a bit late, Matthias. Let's have a look. Dun, dun, dun. It's a very interesting character. I think you're getting better with your characters. That's cool. I always get a bit confused with these things that are going on here, with this sort of storyline that's happening. It follows the theme. Is there actually some voice to them as well? But I've had to turn it off because of it might have a copyright issue. Some good fun stuff. You are getting better with your animation. Well done. Keep at it. Keep going. Doing well. Oh, this one's good from Sheila. Look at this. A combination of real photo and fake buildings with a neon city. Oh, I see. Yeah. So it's quite clever that it does look from a distance. It looks very much like a photo, and then you sort of see it's broken up with these 3D things. Nice idea. That a bit of photo bashing sort of style. It's good fun, and it works really well. I suppose all we need is actually a foreground element here to sort of focus on. It's a cool idea, like it. Sanjay, I first attempted basic shading using a single image of a normal map. Good work. It's not quite related to the competition though, but thank you, Sanjay, for joining us. Sci-Fi City from Happy here. That's a good one as well, like that. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but yeah, it's cool. I like your leading lines going into the building and funky images. It's good. I like that one. The skies looks a little bit strange. I'm not sure why it looks that strange, but it's not quite working for me. It's a minor point. It's good fun, that one. Well done. And a few more down here. Okay, if this isn't long, I'll quickly show it. 6 seconds so we can... Well, that's fun, isn't it? Very good fun. I don't know quite how you put that together, but that's really cool. Well done, Hashim Good Sir, because that looked like real footage. Or were you masking? Well, I don't know. I haven't got time to completely discuss it. Neon City 360 video 1 year ago. We'll quickly have a look, but I won't comment too much on it. We can go full screen there. That's good fun. It's a very Tron sort of wireframe look. That's quite a good idea using the wireframe. I'm assuming it's the freestyle thing. Maybe not actually. Could be a texture. But yeah, it's a good idea. And then turning that into a neon material. Clever stuff. Just seeing if there's any questions. No, we're all good. We're all good. Okay, make sure you are voting. Oh, that's interesting. I'm zooming in and out. Didn't realise you could do that on YouTube. Funny stuff. Anyway, that's cool. That is the last one. So we're there. So I'll need your votes in. So let's go and see how we're getting on with the... Where is my link to that? I'm just going to take this off screen for a moment. And so you just have me now. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Maybe I need a picture up. So let's get a picture... and then put that in the background for now. We shall go for... I'm trying to think which one. This one's an interesting one. I did like this. I felt like it... yeah, so there we go. You've got a picture in the background now. Now I'm going to find where I was with Lunar Lotus. Where were we? And get your link. Link for the poll is here. And here's the results page, I think. All going well. Oh, it's going to open there. There we go. So we got 73 responses. I suppose if I'll give it about 5 more seconds and then I'll refresh so you can't see it. You got a glimpse there of who might have won. Can't really tell actually. Ooh, interesting. I'm just looking myself. It's difficult for me to actually... there we go. Oh, that's interesting. I know who's won, possibly. Depends who votes. Make sure you're voting. Lots of votes in here. How do you vote? Oh, yeah, so the link is in the description of this video. It should be in the description, all going well. Maybe future competitions should have categories to submit and vote on. Still in the image. And we did that in the past, but then it was quite difficult because then this person would win this and this person would win this, and we were doing a wall of fame and I had to print everything out. I'm thinking of whoever wins this was having a background for the next live stream, and sort of in the background, and stream coming soon sort of thing. So as the reward, you get to be on my live stream. It seems not much of a reward really, but it's all a bit of fun, isn't it? Is it weird to say that you remind me of Wolverine? It's weirdly, lots of people say that. The more beardy I get, especially, the more I start looking a tiny bit Wolverine-esque. But my two front teeth are a more Wolverine rabbit version rather than not the canine. What am I talking about? And I don't have his great healing ability. That would be handy. It would be, especially in times like this. Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Categories they take a bit too much time, don't they? Oh, also be commenting on what you'd like to see for the next competition, so we can have it's your ruggedly handsome looks. Thank you, Shazib. Can't appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to do a refresh on this, and let's see who's won. Dun dun dun. Oh, I sort of didn't bring it down far enough. Now it's stuck. Oh, that is weird. I cannot actually get to. Oh. I put it right on the line. I couldn't get it. Being silly. Right. So 99 responses. Look at that. That's pretty amazing. And I want to zoom into this really. I suppose I'll just Control plus it. In we go. And what am I on actually? 175%. So there's a joint winner. We need a few more people to vote to decide between Mafa and Felix's second entry. So just anybody not voted, it could make all the difference. Anybody not voted, go on. I mean, we could have a joint winner, but I feel like, we could just get them to fight. Right, let's just quickly do a refresh in case there's any others. Oh, someone changed their mind. Oh no, it would. So there we go. Mafa, you are the winner. Look at that, with 14% of the vote. It's been quite mixed actually. It's one of those competitions where there are loads of awesome entries, and we are all winners here. I know that sounds cheesy, but we really are, because there's been some fantastic pieces. And I need to find Maffas again, don't I? So let's find Maffas in here somewhere. Why can't I bring this down? Wait, come here. There you are. Where's Maffas? Tell me when you see it. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like I've gone past it already. Maffa, where are you? There was Crap Stones. I did like that one. That was good. There's been some excellent stuff. Just a quick flick through last time. Ekanarose, that was good as well, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Really liked that sort of monster thing happening there. It was really cool. Adding and edits was really awesome. Crap Stones there was really awesome. There was the other one, wasn't it? There was almost one. But where is Maffas? Where's it gone? I did go past it. It was one of the later ones, wasn't it? Lower, down. Control F. That's a good point, actually. Maffa. And I can do it in this. Oh, that's weird. Oh, did that work? No, that didn't work. Okay, let's try Control F then. No, it is going to the search and it's not working. No results. It is Maffa, isn't it? Okay, I'll just go all the way to the end and then tell me where I'll get there. 2 Fs? A little robot in the picture. Can't remember now. I feel like we need to... there we go. There we go. Let's just have that in the background. Oh, yes. I mean, to be fair, deserved winner, isn't it? That's so much gone into this. And it's well worth putting this into other competitions where you actually get a prize. Whereas our prize is a bit boring and naff. No, not saying that our competition isn't important, but I feel like this deserves a prize. It deserves more than just being in the background of my live streams when we're waiting to start. But the really cool, amazing result here. It looks absolutely awesome, doesn't it? Yeah, so any thoughts for the next competition? Be thinking about this whilst we're watching. I'll put the sound on low. This one was alright, wasn't it? See, it's got detail like this. Oh, loads going on. Any ideas? Movie scenes. We've had movie themes, I think. A sport theme. That's not a bad idea, seeing as all sports cancelled. Apocalypse. I think we have to keep away from that. I'm just going to do... so right click. Loop. Ah, there it is. I didn't even know that. Warhammer 40k universe. The next competition. I suppose the only thing with that is that it's a little... I don't know, if you want to use it as a portfolio piece, then you might sort of be copying as... I don't know. What do other people think? I'm not so sure. We've had steampunk. I think we've had steampunk, haven't we? Or have we had steampunk? Pixel art. It's tricky because it's sort of... I mean, it's very specific because you could always do the theme in pixel art. So I think that's sort of so generic that, yeah. Someone else has said apocalypse. Murder trees. Magic book. That could be quite interesting. That's tickled my fancy, that has. I like that one. That could be a good one. Any other thoughts? Warhammer, yeah, bit too restrictive. Trees in space with moths. There we go, John. I think you've got... Fancy or cartoony? Yeah, I mean, you can... A day at the beach, that's quite interesting, isn't it? Still waiting to see if anything's repeated. Apocalypse seems to be... No apocalypse, it's all dark again. Need entries with lights, quite right. Since you did the future for this one, maybe do the past for the next one. Yeah, that's an interesting point. Seven Wonders. Underworld. Space theme. Maybe static. Just static. Magic book sounds good. So magic is a nice one. Yep. Underworld. So if you like the sound of something, repeat it, and then I'll get an idea. Magic book is sounding quite interesting, though. You could sort of have a book and things coming out of it. I'm tempted. No, definitely not My Little Pony. A magic book ideas, another one there. Medieval shop. You see, you could have a medieval shop coming out of the book, sort of, and it's a magic book, you see. So steampunk twice there. Food, desert theme. That's interesting, isn't it? What's inside the box, maybe? Oh. Magic cartoon. Just going to turn this down a touch. Virtual reality, early civilization. God, there's some really cool ideas here. Magic book. I like magic book. Lots of people might say magic book. We're going for magic book. There we go. It's magic book. So the next, and we'll... Oh, Frank, there we go. Toilet paper and empty shelves. In a month's time, it will have all gone away, and it won't make any sense. And people say, well, what toilet paper problem? All the toilet paper would have gone away like it has already. So we'll try and pretend that it's not happening, because next month there'll be something else that's cool and interesting on the news. Hopefully. Floating, quite like the floating island. We're going to go for magic book though. Magic book, that's happening. Okay, Space War, I like the sound of that, to be honest. But it is magic book. So a magic book, so think about a book opening and something magical happens with it. You could have something that comes out of the magic book, or maybe the book is just a magic spells book, so it could just be that. So lots you could do, I think. Cool. So yeah, I'm just looking at the date. I'll say that now. So it will be April. We'll go back. I think I'll go back to the Monday, but the deadline will be on the Sunday, the 26th, and I'll say 11:59, so it doesn't cause too many issues. So Sunday, the 26th of next month, April. So that'll be our monthly competition. Thank you very much for joining me. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. I'm very impressed, and a deserved winner from Maffa there. If I'm assuming you'll watch this back at some point, you might not get this far. You might just think, oh, I won. Screw that. I'm just going to relax and have some champagne or something. Have an extra roll of toilet paper. But if you could send me the file, Maffa, that'd be great. And then I can put this on the background of the next, if you don't mind me using it, put it on the background of the next, the next load of live thingamajigs. Cool. Thank you very much. It was really cool. I'm going to turn this off now. And so I will see you all next time. In fact, I suppose it's worth saying I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow, probably around 2:30, and a live stream on Friday if you're interested. And of course there'll be lots of tutorial videos coming out as well. It's all happening. There's one today actually. Take a look. It's amazing. Click on the adverts. Thanks very much, and I will see you next time. Happy blending.